It's 106. And I'm meditating and doing everything I can to keep my body temperature at 70. Well, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm out on the veranda with my beautiful Palace Lucy. And it's even too hot to wear glasses, so it's going to be a long video because it's hot and I'm sitting here making jewelry. I had a friend recently find out that apparently she only has 3/4 of a heart. And in our conversing, I told her, you know, the spirit just pops out of my mouth sometimes. You are so much bigger than a heart. And we are. We are so much bigger than we humanly think possible. But you know, just like, oh, I forgot where I was reading it. A baby can fall off of a 2-story building and still live. Well, you know, depending, I suppose, on how it lands and whatnot. But I mean, like, God or Source, whatever you want to call it, made us so much stronger than we ever will know. Sorry, I'm trying to talk loud so you can hear over the wind. I was going to just wait till tonight, but it'll probably be 10 o'clock before it even gets down to 60. And we talk for a good long time, and you know, she's a good woman. She is so much bigger than her heart, you know. And I know that she knows this, just like a lot of you out there listening to this now know this. I need to find a different position, huh? I need to move that way. Well, I came out here to be under the trees so I'd have shade. And I got to thinking about her and other people that have a different body than I do. And how wonderful and glorious we all are being different, you know. And I thank God that I am, because life would really be boring if there were too many of us alike. Really. I mean, if we were all alike, wouldn't this world be pretty boring? But even if we were all alike, or we're not all alike, we're beautiful, we're different, we're glorious, we are ourselves, we are spirit, not a body. Gotta do like the chickens. And we're so much. It's funny when I turn, we're so much bigger than we think we are. When I turn 42, because I remember that's the age my sister said was the best for her. Well, of course, then she turned 45 and said that one, and then she said 50, and now she's saying 60. So now I can't wait till I'm 60. Not that I don't enjoy life. I'm enjoying this moment. No matter how sweaty I am, I'm enjoying this moment, you know? Because You know, things could always be worse. Things can always be worse, and they were worse. You know, so I'm just grateful for this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Because if you waste time being mad, coulda, shoulda, woulda, I'm gonna have this and da-da-da, and not really appreciating this one, how are you gonna appreciate that one? You know? Go on now, we had a discussion. You have a lot more things to land on besides my body, okay? Leave me alone, I won't get the hairspray. So I got to thinking about her and her situation and other people and life, and just, it really made me feel blessed, because I remember that day I was in the hospital out of my mind, and I'm so grateful that I am not there any longer. You know? So happy not to be there. So happy. So I hope that whatever situation you're in, you realize that it's better than some other people's, humans or non-human situations to be in right now, you know? And you say, yeah, Tosh, but someone always has it worse than you. And as soon as they think, oh wow, I have it so bad, no, somebody's got it worse than them, and them, and them, and them. I mean, what's the worst of the worst? And then whatever that is to you, there's something out there to top that. Oh, thank you. So I'm just sitting here, talking between the breezes, and remembering my peace. Peace from broken pieces, as Iyanla says. You know? Can't stay broken. Well, you can, but I tend not to hang around those type of people for very long, because you know what? I'm only at where I talk myself into. You know, and that's not to say that even, you know, like the movie stars, rich people, people that, you know, make $300,000 a year aren't in a happy situation. They could be, but even when you have lots of money or you have lots of things, you still wish you had this or you wish you had that. You know, it doesn't matter anyone's situation. They still coulda, shoulda, woulda on themselves. You know. Let's just try to remember we are bigger than whatever situation we are in right now. We are so much bigger. Whew. Oh yeah, I started to bring a towel out, but I thought, why dirty more stuff? Because I wash clothes by hand. That was in the contract. I don't know, that just really, Paula, you really got me thinking, you know, make me appreciate the life that I have more. Because I can't, you know, the doctor, he expected me to freak out when he told me he thought I had, he thought I had diabetes. And I didn't, because I don't know, I faced death in so many other ways, and I've seen other people have dis-ease and dysfunction, you know, malfunction stuff. And I always promise myself, if in this lifetime I ever found out anything like that, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, figure out why, fix it. Just fix it. You know, anything is fixable spiritually. I'm talking spiritually, okay? I'm not talking about nuts and bolts and stuff-wise. I'm talking about spirit-wise. And who knew walnuts got so big inside a green casing thing? I didn't know. Anyway, sorry. So in knowing that I could, see, I'm not even going to shoot on myself, right then and there. I'm not going to shoot on myself. I could do better, and I opt to do better, making some connections to get my teeth, going to the doctor next month to get my eyes checked, get my feet checked, make sure everything is normal for Tosh. I'm feeling good, all the body parts are working good. I'm still doing some studying now that I can see better on the things going on in my body, which is good. But now that I can understand and I'm in a right frame of mind, I can comprehend better, and now that I can comprehend better, I can remember. So I looked up a few heart things about that, since you find out about something and then you go study it for a little while, right? So I studied the heart stuff for a minute or two, because I don't want to dwell on it, because I don't want to send her any type of negative vibration. I want to understand it and then stop watching it. That's why I don't watch the news. Well, I go read the Huffington Post thing and the CNN website, whatever, to keep up what's going on out in the world, since I don't have TV. But I don't focus on it forever and ever, because what you focus your mind on grows. So I just want to, I saw, 4, maybe 5 videos, I think, on heart and different issues the heart can have. And then I saw, I leave off on what humans consider a normal heart to be. And I visualize her heart being normal. Okay, but more than that, we're not a heart, we're not a body, we're a spirit. So I know her spirit already knew, and I don't know, maybe she came here to learn about that, do something. Maybe that's just a stepping stone to take her someplace else. See, you never know. So that's why, I am enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the process of, learning about diabetes. I am not diabetic. I am learning about diabetes. Okay? I am not what you claim me to be. So in that process, I can, have a discussion about it. Maybe make a suggestion or two on what these other doctors have come across. And I gotta tell you, there's just so much more out there than we average humans want to read or know about. As soon as something's wrong with her heart, oh, we gotta do this, do it. No, first of all, we gotta be still. First, we gotta be still and listen to the source and find out what we ourselves need to do for ourselves. I'm not the average person. I'm not gonna go out and get a panel of doctors and say, okay, what's this, okay, so what should it be? No, because it shouldn't on me. I'm not the same as you. I should not be 130 pounds at 5'5.5". I'm Tasha Harris. I'm not, Susie Q. I am what my spirit said I was going to be before I had a shell. I already created all this wonderful protection. My fluffy, wonderful protection. From readings and healings and other people's spirit stuff. So, just learning about Tosh and sharing that. Give you something to think about, and then you give me something to think about, But there's a lot of people, come to find out, there's a lot of people, I forgot the the numbers that have a heart on the right side, more on the right. Ours is pretty much in the middle, but you could tell, especially women, look down at your breasts and see which one's bigger. That's generally going to be the one that your heart is closer to that side. And for the average person, it's a little closer to the left side of your body than the right. But there's a lot of people born with their heart on the right side, their stomach on the right side. They're just, and I forgot the name of it, sorry. But, they're not Tasha either. They are themselves. So why wouldn't you just want to thrive in that? You don't need to be like me. You need to be yourself and be your true, genuine, authentic self, And moving to the next subject of being your authentic self, I had a couple of, thank God I have a couple of new kids in my life, and that are respectful and responsible and beautiful, and they have their gifts and their talents, and they're using them to the best of their abilities, And it's so wonderful to meet young ones like that, And we were talking, and of course, I always got to talk about, ooh, camera's getting too hot. I got to hurry up. Business and business ethics and the ethics of things and life. And, I'm not saying I got to be right, but I am saying that I had my mother teach me, be considerate of others when you're making noise. Don't, if you know somebody's sleeping in the house, why are you yelling? Or playing music too loud, or that the neighbor next door is a old lady, so if that wall is near her wall, don't bang on the wall and bounce the ball off the wall, just common consideration, okay? So I would like to ask you, do you have common consideration for yourself? So I encourage them to look at the bloggers, and for those of you who don't follow any bloggers, you might consider it because they know a lot about writing, not just writers know about writing. Bloggers, lots of other people know about writing. So I tend to follow a lot of bloggers, and now they're blogging on how they blog, So I don't know about you, but I want to go where they are to get where, follow their steps to get where they are. So we were talking about, the ethics of things and whatnot, and I was asking them, so do you have a website, and what's enough? So one of the girls saying, oh no, I just sell my little, she makes little clay food for, earrings, necklace stuff. And I said, okay, so I'm going to ask you what Lisa just told us. Well, it's an old video, I was just rewatching her videos all day long. See, when I start, a new project or something, it's going to be the matching necklace to the bracelet and earrings that I already made. So when I sit here doing this, I just watch 200 videos from one person or whatever. So I was watching Lisa, tocreateawebsite.com, and she was, telling us the truth. What happens if Facebook shuts down? What happens if MySpace shuts down? What happens to, whatever, if it shuts down? Free ain't always good. Own your own content. So that's what I try to, of course, encourage a lot of other people to do. Because, you own your own business. Why wouldn't you own your own website, domain name, space, everything? Own your own stuff. Walk on your own 2 feet, nobody else's. And she's right. What if Facebook shut down? What would you do then? I mean, it's a good tool, but it's not yours. You can't, well, you can't take anything with us when you die, but if Facebook were to fall off the face of the earth, what would you do? If that's your sole means of selling, or sole means of getting, you know, information across, then what would you do? You know? So, yeah. It helps to own your own everything. You know? You have your all the main sites up, and then you know there's not just YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest. There's billions of other little places, you know, Dig, Delicious, tons. There's tons and tons and tons of other social sites. And though I'm in quite a bit of them, and I just keep them all logged in my notebook. Keep a notebook of everything. Keep a notebook of passwords. Keep a notebook of, well, in that one, I have, you know, the website, the password, email, username. And you just gotta, you know, keep up on it, because, you know, the computer failed. Then what? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna remember to get back in? You know, gotta write stuff down, keep it in a safe place. So, what do you do? How do you do what you do? Because, you know, you gotta go where business is. I never would have been on Facebook if it weren't really for like Adam Hall and Returning Thunder, which is Angela Heath. Angela, because I just didn't care for it, you know. Twitter, I don't particularly care for Twitter. There's a whole bunch of things that I don't care for, but I know people are there, so you have to use the tools God gave somebody the ideas to create, you know. You have to. If you want to be in business, have a good, strong business, then it's ethically sane to be in all these places, you know. So you can't just depend on one thing to have a business, you know. And I'm so happy, you know, Mama was right. You got to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you like it or not. Okay, maybe somebody said that before her. Oh, I know. Hang on. Amway, Skip Ross, tape T133733. Skip Ross. Mom said something like that, though, way before him. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. And, wow. Just do it. I mean, I don't like necessarily, I mean, I would want to one day just pay somebody to do all that autoresponder stuff. I like learning about it. I like understanding it. I do. Now I want to pass it off. You know? It's okay. Now I got it down to where you can go to theangels.us, click on Intuitive Life Coach, subscribe to that, and then your lessons kick in by themselves automatically. Auto responder. You apply, it responds automatically every 3 days. You know, so I finally got that down. I'm so proud of myself, and it's working. I should have gone with Aweber though instead of MailChimp, because MailChimp doesn't allow you to do a lot of things, coming to find out. And if it's possible, I need to find out. So if you're a MailChimp expert, I need to know. But you know, it's just like life. You just gotta, you know, figure a detour in order to get what you want. So there's a huge boulder in the road, and you say, well, Tasha was right. Okay, I'm gonna branch out, and I'm gonna learn how to do this, this, and this, and this, and get on these other sites. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Well, you don't just sit there and say, I don't know how to do that. Hi, Birdie. You, I know it's hot, huh? I know. I see you with your little mouth open, panting. You gotta find a way around it. You have to conquer. You know? You have to find a way to finish what you're doing. Get it done. This is the only way. So, you can't just sit here and say, oh God, it's so hot, and I'm sitting here sweating like a dog, so forget it, I'm not going to do nothing. No, not an option. You get lots of frozen water, you get your beads, you put them in a bag, and you come out to the veranda where there's at least a cool breeze every 10 minutes or so. Keep on keeping on, because this ain't gonna break me. You know, business, life, you got ethics, you have faith, I hope, in yourself, if nothing bigger than you. I realize there's a lot of atheists out there, agnostics, you know. You gotta fend for yourself. Oh, the babies are right behind me. They're so cute. That's what you hear, the chirping. There's little 5 little chicks. You see, and they conquer too. They keep going too. There's the peacock, Marvin, comes over and chases the mama and the babies. They get scared shitless and they go underneath the trailer. But I guess Marvin won't go underneath the trailer because of his long feathers, you know. Anyway, you gotta work around it. See, it's like the chickens. They thought to go underneath something. They worked around it being protected, you know. So, there's always a way. There's always a way. I just got to figure it out. I had to figure out how I'm going to get voice in my MailChimp, since they don't allow MP3s. And I don't want to start all over again and have you guys, I mean, I'm up to like now, I think like 50 subscribers. And by the way, you 48 subscribers, oh no, there's more than 48 over at Feedburner for the old Tasha's Touch and the Angels Network. Y'all need to go back to Tasha's Touch and the Angels and resubscribe, please. Please, please, please. And just, you know, stick with it and learn how to do things better. You know, and again, that ties into the first part of this message. You know, we're so much bigger. I know I'm so much bigger than being lazy, sitting there not wanting to figure it out. I know I am. So I'm not going to sit, oh God, this is so hard. I don't want to do it no more. Well, I already paid my $9 for the month, so may as well stick with it until it's done. And, you know, it's done. So now I'm working on the next step, and the next step, and the next step. So now, even though they say I can only have 2 for one website signature sign-up forms, I need like 5 sign-up forms, because there's 2 minutes with Tosh, and then there's my classes, and then there's the other classes. I need 3 more sign-up form things. See, so I have to figure a way around it. You can't just sit still and say, oh well, I give up. Oh, not an option. Did I bring any lip balm? No, I did not. Oh well. So see, you can't just give up and say, oh well, I can't do it. Maybe next time. See, I could have done my research better, and then I would have known that. But since I didn't, I will learn a way around it. Like now, I have to, because on tashaspeaks, since I had that Oprah crap on there, they closed me down. They made me go back to 15 minutes, excuse me. So I could only put like this video on other channels, right? So I had to find, so I couldn't put any video on Thank you. I couldn't put any video on Tasha's Touch longer than 15 minutes. So therefore, I couldn't put it as unlisted. So I thought, well, great. How am I going to do my stuff and make it unlisted? Well, nobody can see the video anyway unless you're a client. So I just made it, put all my videos now on the other channels unlisted. It's the same. You can put the link inside MailChimp. Everybody can see and hear me now for whatever message they sign up for, you know. And life goes on. You just got to figure a way around it and keep going. So I'm not going to stop just because MailChimp doesn't offer something. Well, it's too late. I'm not willing to rebuild all over again. Maybe for a different product that I offer, I'll do it different. Hi, mamas. You're so cute. But for right now, this is cool. I'm learning my way around, learning how to get around it. You know, ethics. I got to stick with it. Learn how to do it. Learn how to do it different. And it's all good. So what are you learning how to do different, you know? So, you know, it's right now using that little thing as a cop-out. Oh, well, you know, I just have Facebook, so it'll do. No, it won't. It won't do. Not if you truly intend on having a successful business, which of course is my mission, and I'm finally getting there. I have at least, well, you know, it depends on what success is to you, but I have at least one healing client a day. I have people request, you know, healing jewelry at least twice a week. I do my readings for free on Skype for Blog Talk Radio for Greater Good Ministries on Friday nights, and then I do my own 2-hour show Saturday night, hopefully, you know, after, you know, the kids have quieted down after dinner, so, you know, you can sit there with your tea or whatever, relax, conversate, not just give readings. I'm not there just to give readings. I'm there to conversate and educate and, you know, bring awareness. So when you come on Saturdays to Reader Tosh on Blog Talk Radio, it's not just about giving readings, okay? It's about communicating with each other, okay? So please remember that and don't get mad, and you don't need to tell me, oh, but the show's supposed to last. No, the show lasts until I shut it down. Just because I said I'm going to have it from 7 to 10 don't mean I have to. If I get tired, my energy drains from doing a talk or readings for an hour and 45 minutes, hey, you try doing that. It's not easy all the time. And, you know, I do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. And, you know, I know last time, sorry, there was a few callers left, but hey, I told you, email me today with today's date on it in the email with your one question and I'll answer it. Nobody did, so don't complain. But yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing to have a better business, to have a better life, to have a better anything? You know? What are you doing? And what are you going to do better and better and better and better? Right now, I'm learning how to use my Google Analytics. So, because I think it's ethically important that I learn how to see, you know, which posts had the most hits, which posts had the most comments, which posts had the most likes, which posts, you know, whatever. So then apparently people must like that and want to hear more about that or whatever, you know. So I've been teaching myself and watching a lot of videos. Oh, that's really hot. About, oh, the phone's hot too, I'm not even using it. Analytics, all these different spiders and web search things, tools, you know. Gotta learn. Gotta keep learning. Can't just give up and say, oh, well, this is good enough. You know, and then the tags and the meta tags and all that, you know, important stuff. And, it, you know, I can hear you guys grunting and groaning. Well, I don't want to do that. Well, who does? Except a person that loves it, like Lisa Irby, you know, tocreateawebsite.com. She loves it. It's her passion. This is what she gets paid millions of dollars a year to do. And then thank God she tells us how to do it. You know? So I just feel blessed that I know people like her, people like Yarrow, people like Darren Rouse. You know, all huge name bloggers that make this their living, and they just don't only talk about blogging. You know, they talk about a lot of things. Oh, sorry, I'm just enjoying that. That was a nice cool breeze there that just passed through. What are your ethics? What are you going to change about your ethics? You know? You can't stay the same. If you stay the same, you're going to keep getting the same results. I can't stay the same. So now, until I figure out what I'm doing not right, so when I blog through MailChimp, it goes over via RSS to my blog. Otherwise, there's nothing on my blog for weeks, and all these things are building up through MailChimp, and you just get it in email for the subscribers that get it via email. You know, there won't be any RSS or anything. So that's what I'm also learning. And then once I get it down, I know. I make a video for myself, just in case I forget. Yeah, I do. And then I, you know, save it for later. Because you do a lot of things, and then you know, you don't do it for a month or two, and you forget. It's not always like riding a bike. But anyway, let me stop. Yeah, so what are you doing? What are you improving? What are your ethics now? What do you think is ethical? If you have a business and you have customers, you know, and know the customer is not always right. We need to get that out of our head. In the 50s, they was always right because that store wanted to make money. Well, you can't make money and you cannot continue to make money and have unhappy customers, right? So what are you willing to do different to get you different results? And I know a lot of people aren't into that at all, so that's why there's Lisa, and you can, I don't know if she does professional websites for you or not, but you can find out, tocreateawebsite.com. And she also sells domain names, something palace, I don't know what it is, but if you find her to create a website, you'll find all her other websites. But yeah, what are you going to do better and different, faster, smarter? I'm going to go get some more cold water so I can stay cool. I think. Finish my necklace. Okay, guys, I love you. Be good to yourself. Improve something about you today so your spirit can continue to soar. Remember, you are so much bigger than any situation. Remember your spirit. I love you. Have a great day.